To those of you that clicked on this video and you're experiencing just general stiffness in the neck, this video won't be geared more towards that. It'll be more geared towards the people who are experiencing symptoms of pain, tingliness, numbness in their neck, whether it moves down their shoulders, maybe even all the way to their fingers if the pain's bad enough. So first off, let's talk about some anatomy of the neck. Now the neck moves in three planes of motion, or three planes of movement. It moves side to side, left to right, and also up and down. And whenever we're talking about movement of the neck, you got your C1 and your C2 vertebrae right here. Those two vertebrae are responsible for 50% of your neck's movement. So I hope you can see this. This is the back of his head, so he's facing the wall right now. So with the neck, as you turn, the first ones that turn first are your C1 and C2 right here of your cervical vertebrae. So as you turn, those turn first, and then as you continue to turn, you see the rest of the vertebrae start to move as well. So if your pain is more like it seems like as you start to turn your neck, that's where the pain's at. Or if the more you turn your neck, it seems like the symptoms are further down, that will determine, kind of where the issue's at. And whenever we're talking about symptoms of pain, tingliness, numbness, it's usually a nerve problem. So I hope you can see this right through here. You have these little cream colored bits right there. Those are the nerves, and as you can see, they travel all down the spine. And the ones we're talking about today, whether like it's neck, shoulder, or even out into your fingers, those are the vertebrae right here. They go down through your cervical spine, and from your cervical spine, they travel out to your shoulders and even into your extremities. So that's where we need to focus our problems, or that's where we need to focus our efforts, because that is usually where the problem's coming from. What can cause this is degeneration of the discs themselves, like the actual bones start to fuse together, or these intervertebral discs, which is that jelly part right there, they can actually start to herniate and seep out. The most prolific cause of this is just poor posture. If you sit in a forward slumped over position where your ear is supposed to be lined up with shoulder in good posture, but if you're experiencing bad posture and you're constantly leaning forward, whether that's for your work, your job, riding in the car, watching TV, sitting at a desk, that can cause this issue as well. Finally, let's get into what you do about these symptoms you may be experiencing. So the two terms I want to discuss first is centralization versus peripheralization. So let's just say the pain starts in your neck, goes down to your shoulder and into your elbow. So centralization is where the pain goes from your elbow up into your shoulder. Like if you experience the tingles down your elbow, and then as you do these exercises I'm going to show you, the symptoms start to go away from your elbow and into your shoulder, or from your shoulder into your neck. That's what we want to experience. That is centralization. What we don't want is peripheralization. Peripheralization is the opposite, where the symptoms go away from the source of pain, which is your neck, and they go down into your wrist, your hand, your fingers, and you feel it all the way down there. If you start to experience peripheralization, stop doing these exercises, because the what we're trying to fix might not be what you're experiencing. And if you start to experience peripheralization, go see a physical therapist, a doctor, so they can diagnose what you have and give you a plan to get rid of it for your specific needs. So the first thing we're going to do is start off with a stretch called the ear to shoulder. So what you're going to do is you're going to take, you're going to stretch both sides. Doesn't matter. I always recommend starting with the pain side. So let's just say I'm experiencing pain in my right shoulder or in my right side. So all I'll do is I'll take that arm, put it behind my back, and then I'll take my other one and then pull my head over this way. The reason why I take my arm and put it behind my back is because as you stretch, it naturally wants to bring your shoulder up. So if it brings your shoulder up, you're not getting a good stretch. So we put our hand behind our back to keep our shoulder in place. So as we're pulling over, you really feel that stretch right here. And you're going to do that for both sides. And each side you're going to hold it for 20 seconds for 2 sets each side. So I'll hold it for 20 seconds, hold it for 20 seconds, and then I'll do that twice in a row. The first exercise we're going to do is something called chin tucks. Now with this, all you're going to need is a chair, like so. Sit in your chair, and whenever you are picking a chair, try to make sure your chair is like a mid-back chair, comes to your mid-back, and not a high-back chair. And that'll make more sense in the next workout that we do. But this first one is called chin tucks. So all you're basically going to do is you're going to sit there and focus on putting your chin in your throat, and you're just going to move it straight back like that. This is informally called the double chin exercise because when you move your chin back, you create some double chins. And the more double chins you have, the better you're doing it. And one thing this exercise is not is you're not putting your head down or putting it up like that. You're just taking your chin straight back like that. Now, this is a bit of a progression because if you can only move it a little bit, start with only moving it a little bit, and eventually it should loosen up and the pain should be starting to go away. So you start centralizing into your neck to where you can start going back even more. Now, if this exercise is too much to start with, you can do a variation, which is a laying down version. And this may be a little bit better for you. It's best done on either the floor or kind of like a harder surface like this, not on either your bed or your couch, because you're not going to get the results you want. Because what you're trying to focus on is the back of your neck. There's a bit of a gap between here and the table, and you're trying to touch the back of your neck to the table itself. So all I'm going to do is tuck my chin and try and touch the back of the neck to the table. And like I said, if you're on a bed or a couch, you may not get the results that you're wanting from that particular variation. And with all of these, whether laying down or seated in the chair, you're going to be doing for 15 reps with 3-second holds. Whenever you tuck your chin, you're going to hold it for 3 seconds and then let it go. And then you're going to do this for twice a day. The second exercise is a lot like the first. It's called chin tucks with extension. So this is the reason why I specifically said you want a mid-back chair and not a high back chair. Because you're going to do the same exercise. You're going to tuck your chin straight back, but instead of just tucking it back, you're going to add a more motion and extend your back like so. And like I said in the first one, you're not looking down or looking up. You're just taking your chin straight back and then extending your back, keeping your chin in the exact same position. And if you're feeling the pain in that, again, in that C7 right here, that's where you want to feel it. In your shoulders, you don't want to feel it in your shoulders. And with this, it's important to remember you're going to go to the point of pain, but not past. So find out where you're tucking your chin, and if it only is to right here, only go right here. And again, I said it's a progression. Start here, and then eventually you'll find that you can go further and further and further back. And with this one, the same as the first, you're going to do it for 15 reps, 3-second holds. Wherever you can extend, hold it for 3 seconds, come back. That's 1 rep. And this one you'll do twice a day as well. Our third exercise is called scapular pinches. And that's where you're going to take your shoulder blades and kind of imagine that you're putting your shoulder blades in your back pocket, and you're going to squeeze that, and you're going to hold it back there for 3 seconds for 10 reps twice a day. And this is what it looks like. Hopefully we can see this well on my camera B over here. Might be good right there. All right. So what you're going to do is, for this one, don't sit back in your chair like we were for the first 2 exercises, but kind of sit up a little bit to where the only thing that's touching it is maybe your low back. And so then all you're going to do is you're going to take your shoulder blades and you're going to pinch them together. Focus on taking those shoulder blades and putting them in your back pockets. I'm going to take it, roll it back, and again, I'm going to do this for 10 reps. Hold it for 3 seconds and then relax. Hold it for 3 seconds and then relax. And again, with this one, you're also going to do this one twice a day as well. Our fourth and final workout is called foam rollers, or a foam roller stretch. So all you're going to do is you're going to take your same table or chunk of floor, whatever you're using, and you're going to grab a foam roller. Now, this one is a nice and long 36 inches, and if you were to get one, you can get them everywhere. You can get them at Walmart, Amazon, Target, I'm sure anywhere you choose to go, it's probably there. So all you're going to do is you're going to take your foam roller. And the reason why I like 36-inch foam rollers is you can actually sit and lay down straight on it. So all you're going to do is you're going to take your foam roller, you're going to sit on it like so, and then you're just going to let gravity do its, wow, that does feel good. I know. And so you're going to let gravity do its work, and you're going to sit here in this position for 2 minutes, and you're going to do it twice a day. The final thing I want to say, and I want to make sure I address, is it is vitally important that you address your posture. If you have that forward slumped over posture like we talked about in the beginning, that's really the root cause of this problem. If you're not going to work to fix your posture, then all these exercises I've shown you really aren't going to help, because you're not taking care of the root of the problem. You might do these exercises, get temporary pain, But then because you're not addressing your posture, it's really not doing or really not fixing anything unless you address your posture first. Thank you so much for watching my video today. I truly pray that I've empowered you with the knowledge and know-how to take your problem and fix it on your own, and to really give you the tools to put your health back in your own hands. If you have any questions at all, please put them down in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.